If ruling the AFC North is the NFL's version of being king in the North, then the question remains, who truly wants that crown? The Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers might be pondering that very thing, as the NFL has flexed their Week 18 games into a Saturday doubleheader. The Ravens host the Cleveland Browns at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, while the Steelers take on the Cincinnati Bengals in the nightcap. A win for the Ravens clinches the division and the AFC's number 3 seed. For the Steelers, it's a path to the crown if they win and the Ravens lose, likely earning a 5th seed in the conference. Typically, NFL teams embrace any challenge the schedule throws their way. Still, when it comes to potential playoff positioning, especially in a year like this, some strategic thinking comes into play. There might be a more favorable road to the postseason for the Ravens that doesn't necessarily involve clinching the division outright. Here's where things get interesting: the Houston Texans. The Texans have been far from the championship contender many expected them to be this year. After a promising start, Houston has faltered significantly, particularly after trading for explosive receiver Stefon Diggs. Though Diggs showed flashes of brilliance, his season was cut short by an ACL injury, leaving the Texans vulnerable. GM Nick Caserio's roster moves, including signing pass rusher Danielle Hunter and linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair, have not yielded the expected results. Worse, Houston's draft class has been underwhelming, with rookie corner Kamari Lassiter being the lone bright spot. Houston's defense has also been inconsistent, and offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick's playbook is becoming more predictable as the season progresses. The offensive line has struggled, and running back Joe Mixon has been less effective, while quarterback CJ Stroud, the 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year, has regressed. After a humiliating 31-2 loss to the Ravens on Christmas Day, head coach DeMeco Ryans admitted the Texans' poor performance wasn't representative of their brand of football. The Texans' lone win against a team with a winning record was back in Week 5 against the Buffalo Bills. Since then, Houston has gone 3-5, and without Diggs, they've lacked the explosive playmaking ability they desperately need. Given their struggles, the Texans are not a team the Ravens or Steelers would fear in a playoff matchup. The AFC South champions would likely be a far more appealing opponent than the Chargers, who have recently found their groove. If they don't clinch the division, Baltimore could still be looking at a favorable playoff path as a wildcard team. A rematch with the Texans, who rule the underwhelming AFC South, would likely be a much smoother ride than facing the Chargers, who are well-coached, disciplined, and on the rise. Resting key players during Week 18 could provide Baltimore and Pittsburgh a de facto bye week while securing a favorable playoff matchup against the Texans. With Houston's problems mounting both on the field and in the locker room, the Ravens and Steelers may want to rethink their priorities. The path to New Orleans in February might run through a team struggling to find its identity. For now, it's all about navigating these final weeks, ensuring that the Texans are the ones who are vanquished, and securing the easiest route to the NFL's Iron Throne.